Hi, I'm David Saville, and this is another recording for Switched On. I'm here in my car again because it's chucking it down outside, but I just wanted to share something that came to mind. It's a follow-up to my video yesterday. Yesterday I talked about getting stuff done, how to turn ideas into action, or how important it is to get action out of your ideas as soon as possible. And to follow on from that, on Monday I went to a concert, which is a perfect example of this. It was by a guy called Danny Elfman, who does all the music for the Tim Burton films. And it was a sort of a combination of Tim Burton and his presentation, because you had on the screen you had clips from his movies, you had artwork that he did before the films started, and that artwork exemplified how to turn ideas into action. Because on the screen, whilst the music was playing, represented the films, you had some of them, the very earliest sketches he must have drawn of his characters. Some of them were just pencil scratchings, some of it was coloured in, and it just showed that what he did with his ideas. Because he had an idea in his head and he scrawled it down on a bit of paper, and then you could see where he sort of adjusted it, and maybe he's added a bit of colour, he's sort of added some depth to it, and you could see the creative process in action just by looking at those sketches. And obviously, if you've ever seen the films like Beetlejuice, which is a great film, you see the character. He drew the character way before it ever became a reality, and in the films, it looks like the sketch that he's drawn. I mean, it must have been months, years before. So he had an idea in his head, he brought it into the world, and then he found a way to make that real. You know, he got all the people involved that necessary to get it done. The other people who were experts in those fields, he found ways of getting it done, however he did that. But the important bit for him, and the learning point for me and for anyone who's interested, is the quicker you get your ideas out into the world in some form, the quicker you can start making things happen. Now, the creative people, like him, like anybody else, they will literally come up with thousands and thousands of ideas, and most of them are going to be crap. That's just a reality. But that doesn't matter, because by getting all the ideas out in the world, the gold, the best ones come out, the gems. You know, unless you get them all out into the world and see what they look like in the real world, you never get an opportunity to find out where the powerful ones are, where the good ones are, and develop them. Otherwise, they just stay in your head and they become like a million thoughts that you have every day that just come and they go and get forgotten. So, do you want things to get forgotten, or do you want to make them a reality and bring them into the world and into your life? If you do, find some way of getting it out there. Send an email to someone. You know, draw it on a piece of paper like he did. Talk to someone about getting it out there. Or even just talking to someone about your idea. That is bringing it out into the world. So what ideas have you got about your things that you want to do? Maybe it's something that no one's ever done before. Maybe it's something someone else is doing that you'd like to do. What are your ideas? Or what one idea have you got that maybe you'd like to try and get out in the world? Just get it out there. Just tell someone about it. Tell me. Tell anybody. Just start getting it in the world and making it real.